Welcome back to Mooney Makes. My name is Callie, and today we are going to be making double chocolate chip banana bread. So I had a few really old bananas laying around, and I figured, why not share this recipe? I already shared on my blog my traditional banana bread, my chocolate chip banana bread, my Nutella swirl banana bread. So it's time to share this double chocolate chip banana bread, and you are going to love it. It's quick, it's easy, it's delicious. The cake itself is almost like a chocolate loaf cake. It's moist, it's fluffy, and you are going to love it. So let's get right into it. But before we begin, as always, please remember to subscribe, like, share, chat in the comment section, and follow me on social media for more recipes and additional content. So these are the ingredients that you are going to need. I have some brown sugar, granulated sugar. I have some mini chocolate chips coated in a little bit of flour. The reason I coated them in flour is because this is going to help prevent the chocolate chips from sinking to the bottom of the loaf cake while they bake in the oven. I have a little bit of vanilla extract, some mashed very ripe bananas, buttermilk, extra virgin olive oil. It doesn't have to be extra virgin, it can be regular olive oil. If that sounds funny to you, baking with olive oil, then you just need to get used to the idea. It works very well in this recipe. You're not gonna taste the flavor of the olive oil. It's a little better for you than, canola oil or vegetable oil, but if you like, you can use canola oil, vegetable oil, any kind of neutral oil will do the trick. I have a couple of eggs, 1 egg yolk. I have flour, baking powder, baking soda, some salt, and a little bit of cocoa powder. That's it. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's do this. So first of all, I'm gonna get my dry ingredients together and just give them a quick mix to combine, which will just take a second. I'm gonna shuffle a few things around first. So that's my flour, baking powder, baking soda, my salt, and the cocoa powder, of course. This will just take a second. Okay, this is good enough. It doesn't need to be perfect. And so next, I'm gonna switch over to my sugars. And to this, I'm gonna throw in my eggs and my egg yolk, and I'm gonna give this a mix to combine. Okay, so I just tossed in the olive oil, and I'm gonna give this a mix, of course. And just really quick, olive oil doesn't work in every and all dessert recipe, but in one like this, it works wonderfully because there's so many other flavors going on. You're not gonna taste it. It's not gonna take away from the dessert, the flavor of the dessert. It's not gonna overpower anything. And it works wonderfully. But I do understand it's a little bit more expensive than, neutral oil. So whatever you have will do the trick. But this is just what I like using. And in plenty of Mediterranean cultures, they use olive oil in desserts and not just in savory recipes. So I'm not the first one to do this, is my point. Okay, this looks good. So next, I'm gonna go in with my dry ingredients along with the buttermilk and the vanilla, and I'm gonna give everything a mix until it's nice and incorporated. And you know that this banana bread is gonna be so soft and tender by the ingredients that are in it. The olive oil, the buttermilk. I've said this in so many recipes, you will be hard pressed to find any kind of cake recipe of mine that doesn't use buttermilk. Sour cream's a close second, but it really just does provide such a great texture to baked goods. Okay, this looks wonderful. So I'm gonna toss in the bananas, of course. And the bananas in this recipe are really gonna provide, again, so much moisture, like the oil, like the buttermilk, and it's gonna be great. So I'm gonna toss these in and just give this a really quick stir. It'll just take a second, and then I'm gonna throw in the chocolate chips. Okay, we're back. I have a loaf pan here that I just greased with a little bit of oil, non-stick spray, or butter will work as well. I lined it with parchment paper, and let's finish this off. So I'm just gonna add in the batter, and like I said earlier, my oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's nice and hot and ready to go. So I'm gonna bake this for 50 minutes to 1 hour. You'll know when it's done baking when you insert a knife or a skewer into the center and it comes out clean, or with a few crumbs. And once this is finished baking and it cools down a little bit, I'm gonna give you a close-up of just how moist and fluffy and absolutely incredible this double chocolate chip banana bread really is. As always, for the full written recipe and instructions, head to my blog, mooneymakesrecipes.com. I'll put the link for that in the description box below. Click on the link, the recipe will come right up, and make this double chocolate chip banana bread. I promise you're gonna love it, and let me know what you think because I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye-bye.